Hi, this is Daniel Ma with ImageX. We're going to take a look at the new App Extender from OpenText version 16.3. The last version was actually EMC APPXTENDER 8.1, but it's been acquired by OpenText and now it's been rebranded as 16.3. Definitely a lot of cool new features, but the core product is still the same. So I'm going to go ahead and actually show you what some of these new features are. I'm going to jump right into App Xtender Web Access. And the first thing that you notice is it actually has a recently viewed documents rather than a launchpad. So from here, you can actually take a look and see what documents you accessed recently. And this is actually all dependent on the login. So if you have a different login, then your colleague, whatever they or you looked at will actually show up here. It's not going to show you everyone's recently viewed documents, just the ones that you looked at. And if we actually go into the actual applications itself, you can actually see that it's been modified a little bit. Now we have these nice big icons for the commonly used features, as well as recently created documents, which is nice. So you can actually see what was actually created recently by your team or by other members from other departments for a common application that you all have access to. From here, if I want to click on this document, I can double click on it, and it actually opened that recently created document. And I'm going to exit out of this, go back to the home screen for that application. So from here, I can actually perform a query. And let's go ahead and do a quick search for a loan checklist. I have about 3 documents in here. Okay. Couple new features that you notice is there is actually a text search window here. This text search will actually allow you to perform a keyword search for the documents in this query result. But the only catch is you need to make sure that the document was searchable PDF before you import it into App Extender. And this is a feature that does not depend on a full text server like Explore. This is straight out of Web Extender Web Access, just a new feature. But the catch is the document needs to be searchable PDF before it was actually brought in. So if I perform a search for checklists, obviously it's going to pop up on all my documents, but right now you notice it's only 2 of these documents, not 3. And the reason for that is I actually tested the document. I actually imported a image of a document that was not searchable PDF, and it does not work. So make sure that the source document is searchable PDF, otherwise this feature will not work. And from here I can obviously click on one of the highlighted links, and it will actually take me to the document. It will show me that there is actually a couple different hits. It's on page 1 and on page 2. And as always, we can always go back and look at our image view and here is the image. And from here I can fit to height or fit to width. But it is a nice feature, but once again, it's dependent on the source document. But it's still nice, because we did not have that. Okay. Another new feature we have is the print and export. In the past, if you print or export on a large document, it does take a little bit of time to actually render the pages of the document. So if you have a 100-page document, it might take a little bit of time to render, and it would actually pop up and stay on your screen. So what OpenText did was they actually created this little alarm clock icon. So what this little alarm clock icon does is if you want to export or print, you can actually run the job in the background, which I actually did not catch that one because it's only a 2-page document. So I'm going to try it one more time. So I'm going to hit export, and then run job in the background. And if I double click on it, we have options for you to now either print or download. This is actually for something I did earlier because the one I just did now, I was kind of slow with the mouse and I was not able to catch that one. So I'm going to go ahead and try it on a different document to show you how the icon changed for this alarm clock. So I'm going to try to really quick export, and run. And yeah, it's right here. So I was able to actually catch that export, and it actually shows you in here. So the alarm clock has a little check mark next to it now. In the past, if you don't have anything in the job manager, I'm going to clear everything. the icon disappears, and you engage it again, it looks like a regular alarm clock. And then once it's done, the alarm clock changes to a little check mark. And notice that there is a check mark in here with number 1. So that's a nice feature if you have a lot of documents that has 50, 100 pages that you might have to export or print. It's a nice little feature. Next one from here is, let's say a document was scanned in the wrong orientation. It doesn't happen much anymore because all the new scanners have a auto text orientation. But you have documents in your system that was scanned a while back before the scanners are a little bit more intelligent about the orientation. In the past, EMC will allow you to rotate the image, but the minute you leave that document, it will revert back to the original orientation, in this case, the wrong orientation. So for version 16.3, we actually have an option to actually rotate the document, and it will actually save the orientation. In this case, I goofed up, I didn't specify the right degree, but once we actually specify the right orientation and actually save it, now the document will stay in this orientation from now on. So if someone looks at the document later on, it will be in the correct orientation. And what the system does is it actually save you the previous version of the document in the wrong orientation, which is a nice feature. So I'm going to go ahead and show you another option is we have scan directly into the document now. So we can actually scan and add a new page. We can insert it, append it, or insert after a certain page, and append is which is end of the page, end of the document. Okay, and that was a feature that was not available on the previous version. Another feature that I actually missed was actually this little preview that I actually did miss earlier. When you actually mouse over the icon for the page, it will actually show you a quick preview of page 1 of the document. If you have a lot of documents in the system that are small, this is actually helpful. It allows you to do a quick glance at what you have in the system. So I can go back into my new search, remove the checklist, and just do a regular search. We have a lot of documents if we hit a blank search, and I can actually mouse over some of these documents, kind of get an idea of what they look like. That is a credit file, that looks like a mortgage, etc. Okay, I'm going to go into this document. So by request, we have this one feature that I actually love. OpenText actually deliver on the request that a lot of the partners and customers ask for is, hey, instead of actually clicking on this next page, I want to actually have a hotkey on my keyboard. I want to be able to advance to the next page, which that's exactly what they did. So now they actually allow you to do a keyboard combination. It will advance the page. Right now I'm page 5. I'm going to move the cursor away from the next page, and on my keyboard I'm going to press Alt and page down, and it will actually advance the page. So if I want to go to the next document, right now I have 4 of 36. If I want to move to the next document, I can hit Alt N, and that's actually going to take me to 5 of 36, and keep going. You'll advance the next document, and then you hit Alt P as in Peter, it will go back to the previous document. And if you want to press Alt and question mark, here is the shortcuts of all the different commands you have in the system. So we have rotate, we have zoom in, zoom out, we have rotate and save clockwise. So rotate clockwise, different degrees. Make sure you know your math, because I goofed up on that earlier. But these are all the common functionalities that it's now on a hotkey combination. A lot of customers ask for that, and in the past it was not delivered. But since the OpenText acquisition of EMC, they seem to actually follow through with this request, which I'm actually very excited about, because it's going to make life a little easier for a lot of the users that's in the system on a daily basis. Now they can use their keyboards to go to the next page, previous page, etc. So hopefully you enjoyed this little web vlog, I guess. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me via email or give me a call on the phone. Catch you next time.